Welcome back. It is now time for Ask the Expert. Philosophy is a subject that dates all the way back to 600 BC, but Milwaukee is home to a very special philosophy organization.
I think we're going to learn some things today. Joining us live this afternoon is Greg Sadler, president of the new Milwaukee chapter of Sophia, which is the Society of Philosophers in America. Thank you very much for being here.
So thanks.
Can you explain what philosophy really is? Is it a way to put it in a sentence or two?
That's tough to do.
Yeah.
And, we start with philosophy being the love of wisdom, but it encompasses a lot more. I like to think of it as an activity that's both intellectual and practical, so that it bears on our lives and our challenges, and then we try to rationally work out answers or solutions. And we often do this in dialogue with others. It's also, an academic discipline.
Sure.
You can study a lot of great colleges and universities here. But I think the ancients were right in saying that philosophy is really the art of living.
Okay.
And so it always bears on the practical.
So simplify that for us in the sense of the practicality of using philosophy in our daily lives.
Yeah, so we all face the same common human condition. And when I thought about what would be the best to talk about, ethics, I think, is the most important. We face all these daily decisions about what's right or wrong, good or bad. We face temptations. Those decisions impact not just us, but other people in our community.
Sure.
So philosophy it's not the only way that you can make those decisions, or the only place you can go for resources, but it does have this long history that we can draw upon. And so you'll find people working outside of academic philosophy as ethicists in hospitals, in media, all sorts of other venues.
So before we started here during the commercial break, I was saying how my son had studied this. And I think one of the takeaways for him was it made him a critical thinker.
Yes.
And that's a good thing, but and thinker meaning I'll listen, but I also then can follow up with his argument.
Exactly, yeah. A lot of people think being a critical thinker means just tearing other people's things down. Yeah. But you want to be able to say what's right when it's right, and sometimes you want to take what's a good argument and make it a yet stronger argument, make a case for it. So philosophy and communications actually overlap quite a bit.
So this is a new organization, but how many members do you have so far for Sophia?
Oh, I haven't taken count yet, and it's hard to say because there's the meetup, which I want to plug a little bit.
Go ahead, plug
go
it
ahead
in.
right now.
Yeah, just Google Milwaukee Sophia. We have a great event coming up on Saturday, free event down at the central branch of the Milwaukee Public Library. It's actually a double header. First we're going to have a community discussion on the topic, where do justice and kindness meet? And then for those who want a bit more in-depth and intensive work, we're going to do a study on one philosopher who talks about that in a lot of detail. That's Cicero and his book On Duties. So start
workout for your brain.
1:30. Yeah.
We're going to have to bring you back because this is a good
interesting
topic.
topic, definitely.
So, thank you very much. If you have a question for our experts, email them at asktheexpert@today'stmj4.com. You can also leave a voicemail. We do have the number right there for you. Well, thanks.